So, Stream läuft. Wupp, 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 wupp. So. An der wunderbaren Stelle, wo wir Hope mit dem Skip Drive zurückzuschießen. Freue ich mich ein bisschen drauf, muss ich gestehen. Tiny, tiny little bit, you know? Du könntest zugucken, wenn du möchtest.
Ja, ich überleg's mir.
Jetzt geht's an die Unreliable.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akane.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it.
Oh, natürlich.
Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akane has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she did.
Vielleicht mal gucken. Vielleicht knall ich sie jetzt ab.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Take someone to watch your back.
I'll keep it down.
Achso, hier war das eine Ding, was ich... ein bisschen Geld raushauen. machst du denn da schon wieder so hart auf der Tastatur rum?
Eigentlich ist das gar nicht.
Doch.
Ich schreibe ganz sanft.
Nee, das hört sich an, als hämmerst du da wie eine große. Also, okay. Also, yeah. Und sie so, what? Also, what? Ja, ne? Verstehst du? Jo.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
Das wird ein Riesengemetzel geben. Kann ich jetzt schon sagen. Nochmal Minzplättchen oder so. Okay, die Kanone ist bereit. Seid ihr auch bereit?
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. The signal you sent us is experiencing some interference. My agents will need time to isolate the problem. We're going to monitor Wells until we're ready to make a move. I asked you here to discuss something far more important.
Okay.
I understand you've infiltrated the ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
Is that why we were suffering plague in Edgewater? Malnutrition? All those folks sick and dying, and you knew why the whole time?
Yes, Miss Holcomb, we knew why. We've known for some time that Edgewater was dying. The colony itself is dying. The suffering you experienced in Edgewater, the disease, the starvation, will soon spread across Halcyon unless we act.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
Guck's mir gar nicht zu.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr.
Ich bin
Fenhel,
auch gerade
but I'm not doing this
beschäftigt.
for any personal
Okay.
gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more and nothing less. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it. I'll answer however I can. The lifetime employment program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil mastermind. There's no dark secrets buried in the fine print. The program is logical, it's reasonable, it's merciful, and most importantly, it will work. Byzantium is the beating heart of our colony. And as long as Byzantium survives, Halcyon may one day recover from the collapse. We must protect this city at any cost. Help me execute the lifetime employment program, and you will have earned a place of honor in Byzantium. You will live in comfort and want for... When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked, even disgusted. I wondered how we'd allowed a colony like Halcyon to fall into disarray. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the colony had sown the seeds of its own destruction. We have become lazy and decadent. We smother ourselves in meaningless bureaucracies. We deliberate and argue and procrastinate. I admit, I occasionally fantasize about making an executive decision without having some tedious committee questioning my every move. Do you have any idea how much paperwork is involved in ordering someone's execution through the usual channels? We need to talk about Emerald Vale. Thanks to your meddling, Edgewater is without power. Operations have ground to a halt. You've left us with a useless town draining our resources. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
I get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Finhill.
You're a monster.
Someone has to be. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you. When you diverted power to the botanical lab, you spelled the end of Edgewater. But the town is still hanging on, still living off whatever meager resources we send them. With every passing day, Edgewater leeches more of our limited resources. Because we were negligent. You're right, the colony can't possibly feed itself. And it's our fault. This is our mess. And the only way we're cleaning it up is
Boah,
by
ist das
taking
dreckig.
action. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. We don't have any other option. No. Allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death because we couldn't make one cold-blooded decision is insane. What I'm suggesting is absolutely logical.
You talk less like a human than mechanicals I've known.
I am responsible for every single human life in this colony. Do you imagine I relish the thought of killing some of them to save the rest? Steel your spine. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you. And I'd hate to have you I'm disappointed. I
Okay,
was so
ich knall die
sure
weg.
you had potential.
Ich bin zwar ein Killer, aber ich kille das, was ich killen will. Nicht, was die Alte mir vorerzählt, hey. Eieieiei, jetzt wird's spannend. Oh, sag mal. Geht das auch leiser und weniger aggressiv?
Make him regret it. Hey, here we go. Nice one!
Das ist schon echt widerlich.
Can we talk? What?
So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own.
He is.
Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terratu's orbit right under the board's nose? There's a sobering thought. Makes me want to drink. I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive. Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme? Coming from anyone else, that would sound like a line from one of those Odeon Pictures movies, but I think you really mean it. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy? This is why I like you, Captain.
Oh, sie hat gesagt, sie mag mich.
Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. Anything else?
Das ist sowas Besonderes für dich, hörst du das sonst nicht
Yeah,
oft,
huh?
dass dich jemand mag.
Deswegen mag dich keiner.
Hallo, mich lieben alle. Und kein Mensch.
Natürlich.
Ja, ich kenne wirklich keinen.
Ah, Lone Booby Love. Thanks for the follow. Lone Booby Love. Loving the lone boobies, you know? Who doesn't love the lone boobies? Tell me.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated. Was there another topic on your mind? Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning. The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did. How can I be of assistance?
Talk to you later. Sagt sie. Let's go, hope, 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 hope.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun.
Na super, dann lass uns den Scheiß jetzt durchziehen.
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Nice and easy.
Hope. Warum auch immer hier Geröll liegt.
I'm ready for this. Time for action. The last of them.
Gesundheit.
or something. Something's not right.
Schreie.
Not even a threat.
Wurst. Just a pick.
Everyone all right?
Ich liebe den Stealth Archer. Die perfekte Klasse. Und Spreads, überall Spreads. Dass du noch gar keinen Spread haben wolltest, wundert mich echt.
Was?
Aber vielleicht, weil du da noch nie hingeguckt hast. An die Spreads. Nee, Spreads sind Space Rats, aber das sind keine Ratten. Das sind andere Viecher und sie haben so riesige Kulleräuglein.
Musst du mal ein Foto machen, dann sehe ich dir.
Musst du einfach in den Stream kommen. Kannst du die so sehen.
Ich kann aber gerade nicht so gucken jetzt.
So Pech, musst du Restream gucken.
Keine Zeit für.
Dann tut es mir sehr leid. Ja, ja. Oh, echt jetzt? Ich muss erst den scheiß Reaktor hochfahren und dann... Aber nein. Lass mir doch hier erstmal durchlaufen. Die Leute abknallen. Gut, ich hätte auch einfach meine Augen aufmachen können, weil der scheiß Reaktor tatsächlich neben meinem Schiff steht. Aber hey, das wird so einfach gewesen.
That ought to do her, Captain.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
Ein Mega-Sprat. Holy moly.
Come down. Look at us.
Da sind Spreads und aggressive Spreads.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, Kopf weggeschossen. Gut, vielleicht gar nicht so schlecht, dass du das gerade nicht siehst.
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
That does it. I'm never ever getting in one of those pods.
Wir haben angefangen, die Leute da rauszuschneiden. Erstmal einen Headshot geben. Erklär mir mal, womit schreien die, wenn ihr Kopf in 1000 Teile zersprungen ist?
Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly
Mit dem
departed?
Bauch.
No?
Das sind Bauchschreie.
That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of...
Okay, gab es eine Meuterei auf diesem Schiff? Abgelaufen, wie wir uns das vorgestellt haben. Shocking. Danke für dein Follow.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Hope's so much like Groundbreaker. I knew they were sisters, but it's eerie. Like walking in another universe where we all died.
Das Universe where we all died. Super.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up.
Okay.
Searching. Please stand by. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is jump-starting the skip drive? Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
In case I don't get another chance to say it, it's been interesting, Captain.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA. Does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
Oha.
That is what my captain intends. Yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
Fuck. Okay, vielleicht ist es jetzt Game Over. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Fuck me. Geschafft.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Oh. I feel like I've been turned inside out. Let's not do that again.
Oh, I'm Level Up. Direkt jumpen kann ich nicht. So schlimm aus, oder?
Captain, I am receiving a Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to possess good qualities.
Ich habe eine abgefahrene Idee. Weil er so auf das Thema Schweine rumreitet. Tatsächlich ist das Board wirklich nur Sister Pigs oder so? Oh, werde ich mich wegschmeißen. Oder er hat was im Schwein versteckt. Deswegen hat er da so drauf hingewiesen. So, Bossi. Er hat ziemlich viele Schweine am Start gehabt. Drin gewesen. Ja. Tartarus. Oh mein Gott. Wir gehen nach Tartarus. Nicht super?
Stimmt.
Die Katze hat sich so schön zusammenge... Augen so halb geschlossen. Genießt es.
Was?
Meine Katze, hübsch anzuschauen, liegt auf dem Sofa, zusammengekuschelt, Augen halb geschlossen.
Musst du ein Foto machen?
In dem Moment, wo ich mich bewege, haut diese Katze ab, weil sie meint, wenn ich stehe, bin ich der Tod.
Oh.
Wenn ich
Du das ja auch.
wenn ich sitze, bin ich total cool und dann kuschelt man auch. Aber stehen ist hier, wow. End of the life, you know? nein. Der Spasti hat an meinen Kollegen rumexperimentiert. Karte aus Nachricht. Oh, Finn's Force. Das hört sich nach einem Named an. Einmal kurz auf Klo, bin gleich wieder da. Be back in a sec. Hoppala. So, wieder da.
Baby.
Danke. Dankeschön für dein Follow.
You killed Captain. As it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Oha.
Those board goons kidnapped Mr. Phineas and hauled him away to Tartarus. How are we gonna get him out?
Okay.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Ornery board goons and one-ply toilet paper for starters. But I hear their brainwashing program's state-of-the-art, so I guess you get used to it. But since no one ever makes it out, this is all just speculation.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy. If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
I know it's dangerous, and I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible...
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Okay. Also reißen wir denen den Arsch auf. Let's rip them a new one. Jetzt gehen wir zu Groundbreaker. Muss mal ein paar Leute.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Yeah, it's a second draft. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in? The fun kind? I mean, what else do you do when you got a ship of your own?
Yeah.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Okay, wahrscheinlich werde ich das tierisch bedingsen, aber hey, bedingsen habe ich ja schon. Ne?
So then I told him, Oh, ha ha ha. That's
Edgewater. Was sie mit Edgewater angestellt haben. Terra 2.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Status report. 13. Job. Dust accumulation analysis. 2.
Exit Phoenix.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Röchel.
You're safer inside the walls.
Got my hands full at the moment. Somebody's been spinning a tale about a lost colony ship. Talk like that'll get you reported.
Mechanical Lab jetzt geht.
You are welcome here. Haven't you ever seen a novelty paperweight? I remember a Eugene. Pleasant enough boy. Whatever happened to him? Do I look physically capable of harming anyone? I did nothing wrong. The teeth were harvested from a body that went cold long before my tools ever touched it. Gold does not decompose. The teeth had to be removed. And while I am no licensed dentist, I should think I did a fair job of it. I cannot tell you how refreshing it is to converse with a rational mind. That's exactly right. Rot is necessary for life. A corpse is bursting with the nutrients a young sapling craves. The crops I grow here are natural, nutritious, healthy. My garden does more than fill the bellies of my flock. It keeps them from... The Vale's barren. Been that way for years. Soil's been sterile about as long as I... All I did was follow nature's own way. Death is essential to life. When the spirit leaves the body returns to the earth from whence it came. What remains is a carcass moldering neath the soil.
Oh, I don't know. If it was me, I'd be glad to volunteer. Keeping others alive, that'd be a beautiful gift to leave. But none of the folk you used had a say. You didn't ask, ma'am. And what about my dad? I talk to his grave every Saturday. Is he even there?
Robert is just where you left him, dear. He died too long ago. By now, he's naught but a skeleton. Whatever you say, my dear.
Ja, es ist wie es ist. Wundert mich jetzt nicht so wirklich. Warte.
Hey there.
Okay, ich wollte halt nochmal gucken, wie es da so läuft, aber gut, dann auf zum Tartarus.
Welcome aboard, Captain. I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storm resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you return, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead. Protocol is important, sir. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that, just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Natürlich. Okay, Schokolade und Limo. Das könnte ein Bunny-Raum sein.
Schokolade und Limo?
Ja, der hat Schokolade in seinem Raum und ganz viel Sodawasser.
Ja, das passt. Ich liebe Sprite und liebe auch Schokolade.
Hey boss,
Was denn für
got a
Schokolade?
hypothetical for you?
Oder liegt da
You
einfach
got a
nur
friend,
Schokolade?
see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate...
Ja, ich glaube... Ich habe jetzt ein Problem. glaube, ich sollte nochmal laden.
Wie, du solltest nochmal laden? Hast du was falsch beantwortet?
Nee. Ich beantworte nie was falsch. Aber ich habe jetzt hier noch die Möglichkeit, mit meinem Crewman zu reden. Fix it, Felix.
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate it.
Also gehen wir jetzt nach Scylla. Tartarus has to wait. Sorry for that, everybody. Und wen nehme ich mit? Ah, fuck, was habe ich gemacht? Falsch.
Nice and easy.
Bin so gewohnt, die beiden einfach mitzunehmen. Paparazzi mit und Felix dazu. Ja, genau. Mal gucken, was es dann wird. So, fix it, Felix. Was hast du denn? Ein Hammersmith Granate Launcher. Ja. Nahkampfwaffe, ne? Da kriegst du hier etwas Offices bei. So, was haben wir denn hier? Jetzt auf 10 auf Persuade? Ja, das ist super. Achso, auch du, Spasti, darfst nur angreifen, wenn ich dir das sage. Völker.
Hey, you. Where do you think you're going? Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
Pirate Code. Harlow's the boss. Fuck the board. Okay. Okay, das ist ein Dingensbummens hier. Ach Gott, was habe ich vorhin gesagt? Die gibt's in der Teacup-Variante. Ich schicke dir ein Bild. Ist das noch da?
Ja.
Hallo?
Ja, ja. Ich hab grad was getrunken, sorry.
Trinken. Guter Hinweis. Ich bin schon wieder leer. Ich bin gleich wieder da.
Hast du keinen Hydrobot mehr?
So, da bin ich wieder. Diesmal mit einem eiskalten Grapefruit.
Ich bin gespannt.
Okay. Erfrischend, aber anders.
Well, hey there,
Aber
Hullhead.
anders.
Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see or a you've aged, old man? I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. It's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but he's earned his keep with us.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has of your with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
Was sind das jetzt für
That you
Viecher?
feel insulted is a testament to your affection for the boy.
So
I'm not
Art
asking you to let him
Wolf-ähnliches
go.
Viech.
Not until he's ready. I understand that Felix is part of your crew.
Eine
Aber die
coole
gibt's in-
Farbe, so bunt,
If the
aber...
thought
Die
of
gibt's in
Felix
Teacup.
troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely. We're not a band of common pirates, Captain. We are revolutionaries. I expect a certain... Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a...
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
Can we talk?
Clyde's got a crew of his own, huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me something? I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him.
Ich glaube nicht.
You think he's using me? He wouldn't. Would he? That he's probably using me. Yeah, you're right. I guess he thinks I'm still just some wide-eyed tenderfoot looking for a scrap. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
Genau. Da ist den Ketchup ausgelaufen.
Hast Ketchup ausgelaufen?
Ja, da sind rote Flecken auf dem Fußboden. Das kann nur Ketchup sein.
Natürlich. Ich kann jetzt zumindest mal in einen Stream gucken. Ich bin jetzt gerade nicht mehr beschäftigt.
Oh, wow.
Clyde's got a crew of his own. Huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me?
Ja, ich wollte mal ordentliche Ausrüstung geben. Und dann kriegst du hier meine Anti-Riot Gear am Bob. Ja, das sieht doch ordentlich aus hier. Aber ich wollte jetzt mal gucken. Mit dem Eye-Patch aus? Oh, sexy. Naja, aber ich bleib beim. Irgendjemand verbrennt hier gerade Lebensmittel. Sorry. Das.
Not today, Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean. Oh, all right. Some culprit who shall not be named spilled Rizzo's lemon slap on my console.
Every SAM unit comes lean, mean, and ready to thank you. Customer, warning! Raptidon claws carry all SAM units travel fully assembled in a 12x12. Did you know SAM units are capable of equipping regulation-grade flamethrower? Did you know SAM units are capable of equipping regulation-grade flamethrower nozzles? Upgrade your attachment to got stubborn stains. Leave them for SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to
Groundbreaker
disembark.
unapproved. Was für eine Frage. Oh. Really? So, wo muss ich hin?
Renegade flight and space wells have been captured. Please celebrate appropriately.
It get cooler in here? I swear they had the heat turned way the hell up. Ellie, my mind, but it's been a while. How's that whisper muzzle working out for you?
I sold it. Didn't seem to make me any quieter.
That mod was for your gun, not your smart mouth.
You want
Ooh,
to bust my
bitching.
chops? Do it over drinks next time I'm on station.
Please don't mind her. Everything I sell...
Ultimate Bolter 2.0.
Ja, ich werde jetzt auch was spielen.
Was willst du denn spielen?
Da beschäftigt ist, hätte ich jetzt mal ein bisschen angefangen.
Ja, dann mach das doch. Kannst du ja machen.
Ja, nett, dass ich das darf.
So bin ich. Er hätte auch sagen können, wow, ich glaube nicht, dass du dir das verdient hast.
Hast du doch gar keine Ahnung, was ich mir verdient habe und was nicht. Wenn ich sage, ich habe mir das verdient, dann habe ich mir das verdient.
Ja, vielleicht aber auch nicht.
Doch?
Denk mal darüber nach.
Nee. Ich weiß das. Lass mich von denen nicht mehr beeinflussen, Bitch.
This is Halcyon News. You mind trying to have a moment here? Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. That's Harlow's mark, no mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account. Yeah, well, you got reason to mistrust Harlow. He's a surly git, but he's devious. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Okay. The roof is on fire. Ich muss aufpassen, nicht, dass es nachher heißt bei YouTube, oh, Copyright Claim. Du hast einen Song gesungen.
Du müsstest es, glaube ich, besser singen.
Hast du gerade my singing dissed?
Ja komm, Bloodhound Gang haben echt einen unverkennbaren Sound. Das ist wie Rammstein, das kannst du einfach nicht nachmachen.
Wenn ich wollte, könnte ich.
Ich wette, damit kommst du nicht mal bei Shazam durch.
Jetzt wirst du aber hart.
Ja, vielleicht hast du das verdient.
Morgen einkaufen. Schon mal erwähnt?
Nee.
Ich hab nichts mehr zu Hause.
Ach doch, das hast du erwähnt.
Weil das stimmt so nicht ganz. Ich habe noch ein bisschen was zu Hause. Heute habe ich noch was aus dem Tiefkühler. Dann ist der Tiefkühler aber fast leer. Den darf ich auch nicht mehr so voll machen. Weil ich mir ein ganzes Reh bestellt habe.
Du hast dir ein Reh bestellt?
Ich habe mir ein fucking Reh bestellt.
Du hast dir ein fucking Reh bestellt?
Ja. Ich weiß noch nicht, wie ich mir das zerlegen lasse, aber ich habe mir ein Reh bestellt.
Was hat man denn da für Optionen zum Zerlegen?
Also zu einem, ne, kannst du halt sagen, okay, du willst Gulasch haben, du willst Braten haben, Steaks, die Filetstücke natürlich, Hackfleisch.
Oh, Hack wäre cool. Ich habe noch nie einen Rehhack gegessen. Wie schmeckt Reh?
Oh, ganz lecker.
danke. Das
Ja,
hilft mir.
bitte.
Ich mag auch Rosenkohl, den findest du
Oh, der ist widerlich, ja.
siehst du,
Ja,
wenn
ja,
ich sag,
ja.
das ist ganz lecker, sagst du, nee. Ich stehe auch auf Marzipan, was du absolut nicht magst.
Ich sag mal so, Marzipan ist jetzt noch was, wo man so im Zweifel sagen könnte, okay, ne?
Ich liebe es aber wirklich. So, und wenn du mir jetzt sagst, Reh schmeckt sehr lecker, damit kann ich halt nichts anfangen.
Wild hat traditionell einen etwas kräftigeren Geschmack. Hm?
Kräftig, okay, also würzig kräftig oder einfach stark?
Es ist auf jeden Fall zart. Also Rehfleisch ist sehr, sehr zart.
Mhm.
Ich überlege gerade. Der Geschmack ist. Es schmeckt nach Reh, aber es schmeckt nicht aufdringlich. Ich weiß nicht, ob das irgendwie.
Ja, doch, das hilft.
Problem ist halt nur, Reh ist halt sehr, sehr mager. Das heißt, da würde ich wahrscheinlich noch irgendwie fetten Speck drunter maulen, wenn ich da Hackfleisch draus mache. Weißt du?
Nee.
Das ist zum Beispiel auch das Problem, wenn du, es gab mal eine Zeit lang, oder es gibt auch immer noch Putenhackfleisch. Oder Hähnchenhack. Das Problem ist, Hähnchenfleisch ist von Haus aus ja nicht unbedingt als Fett. So, und wenn du das dann zerhackst, dann kannst du Pech haben und es wird sehr schnell sehr trocken.
Ja, das stimmt. Ich kann mir auch tatsächlich gar nicht vorstellen, aus Hähnchenhack zu machen. Also als du es gerade gesagt hast, habe ich so gedacht, hä? What the fuck?
Putenhack gibt es.
Habe ich noch nie gesehen und auch noch nie probiert und kann es mir einfach nicht vorstellen. Für mich ist halt Rind und Schweinhack.
But I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Former wife. And if you so much as heard it. Yeah, okay. I'm having a conversation with a hired killer, but I'm supposed to relax. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying. How do I know that I can trust you? You've got good instincts, then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task. Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal. Board-sanctioned piracy.
Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Take it you've made up your mind. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring.
That Harlow reminds me of my old dentist, and not in a good way.
Breche ich einem jungen Boy das Herz. You're not breaking my heart.
Where are we headed today, Captain? The star.
Skiller.
Stars are the limit.
Fast ein bisschen weh. Und fast ein bisschen. Der kleine Junge war so happy, weißt du? So, oh, hallo, ist so toll und bla bla bla. Und kommst hin und sagst, du, pass auf, dein Buddy ist ein Drecksack. Und nicht nur irgendein Drecksack, ein harter Drecksack. Gucken, wahrscheinlich muss ich mir jetzt den Kopf wegballern.
What's the word? Not surprised. Trask was a dead man. That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence? Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for. You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face. How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Ich klaue alles, was mir gehört jetzt hier. Okay, Boys. Jetzt wird's ekelhaft. Tut mir ein bisschen weh, weißt du das?
Wieso?
Ah, der Junge war so voll happy, weißt du, so, boah, hier, bla, da, da, da. Und jetzt komme ich ums Eck und sag, du, pass mal auf. Dein Typi. Voll für den Arsch. Ich glaube schon, dass ihn das irgendwie so wegzieht, weißt du? Wird mich auch so ein bisschen fertig machen. Denkst du, boah, alles cool und so, und auf einmal so, wupp. Danke für dein Follow.
What was that?
Bam! Headshot! Dropkick to the face.
Like that?
Rifle Ultra. Euch auch gerade. Ich muss hier an Bord nochmal mit Felix reden.
Pick up any more strays while you were out? I suppose if the crew's quarters fill up, we could hang hammocks in the cargo hold.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's
Hat keiner
black,
von uns drin
water's
gedacht.
wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me. Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that. No kidding. I'm glad you keep the kitchen stocked. You've given me a lot to think about.
Das war schön die Kante geben.
Over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. You know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
Sanitizing within established radius.
So. Oh, Ellie kann sich einen weiteren Perk aussuchen.
Upsi.
Du denn da?
Andalieren.
Gehört. Die Frage ist, warum? Warum
Weil ich mehr
hast du...
Bauchschmerzen will und mir gerade meinen Teller geholt habe, damit ich weiter essen kann.
Stör.
Teller fressen.
Okay, Ellie glücklich gemacht. Sam habe ich noch nicht... Ich weiß nicht, was ich mit Sam tun soll. Und Ada weiß ich auch noch nicht, wie ich die glücklich machen soll. Scheiß Computer.
Captain. How can I be of assistance? What's that? Define favorite. I see. In that case, my favorite is Sam. What do you mean? Do you have any examples of secrets you have kept from me? Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning, although if I were a human, I would be considered one. I am glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself. What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness.
Alles klar,
I
Sieschen.
get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear. How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment. I do not like joking about the captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion.
Ich habe 2 Dinge, 3 Quests botcht. Egal. Achso, irgendwas wollte ich 90 hochbringen, ne? Aber das habe ich nicht geschafft. Oh, fuck it. Irgendwas hier hätte ich auf über 90 bringen müssen. Ich schaff mal gucken, habe ich noch irgendeine, die mir hier Leadership and Persuade, ja. Weapon bringt mir nichts, Stealth Skills bringt mir auch nicht. Hahaha, das sieht doch auch fancy aus. Top Hat. Mein Bart grau geworden? Bart grau geworden, oder?
Ehrlich gesagt weiß ich nicht, wie das vorher aussah. Tut mir leid.
Der hat so
Aber der
eigentlich...
sieht grau aus, ja.
Ja.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,000. Oh, speak of the devil.
Attention, unauthorized space. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be... I'm sorry, you people? You're up to 5,007... All right, I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the idea of a productive... Anyway, Tartarus docking authority... Wait.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. Assistance. See you soon, Captain.
Das ist ein bisschen dämlich. So. Felix bleibt zu Hause, aber Parvati kommt mit. Tartarus.
I can take a hint.
Danke für dein Follow. Ich freue mich irgendwie richtig auf Reh.
Würde ich auch, wenn das so cool ist.
Ja, wahrscheinlich so in 2-3 Wochen kommt's.
Okay.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardats.
What? What was that?
Oh my God. Can we talk?
Was? Ellie oder Parvati?
What did I tell you? Harlow's down with the man shtick was just an act. No one who yammers that much means half of it.
Take a page out of my rule book. Don't trust anyone. Then it's easy. Don't get all mushy on me now. Come on, what did we just learn? People look out for their own interests. It's a fundamental law of nature, same as gravity and conservation of motion. Sure I can. In fact, I bet you I live a lot longer. I'm warning you, that reverse psychology stuff doesn't work on me. There are worse things than a little solitude. Anyway, you really want to tell me you're helping the scientist because you think he'll save the colony? And here I thought I'd seen it all. This galaxy must be bigger than I'd thought. Enough about Harlow, though. Anything else?
Head for bars when it's had a storm like that guarding the gates.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again.
Wir brechen ein. Vielleicht brechen wir auch wieder aus.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Ich mag es nicht, sie einfach abzuknallen wie so Tontauben. Ich liebe es!
Ich wusste irgendwie, dass was kommt.
Violence is not an option. It's a way of life. Oh, den habe ich jetzt nicht. I'm liking it. Oh, ich muss unbedingt Brooklyn 99 weitergucken.
Echt?
Ja.
Ich hab's auch noch nicht ganz durch.
Bin bei Staffel 4 von 7, glaube ich.
Ja, irgendwie da, wegen den Dreh bin ich auch. Das ist echt cool. Ich habe auch letztens, war das gestern? Gestern oder vorgestern, als ich in der Bahn saß. Momentan ist immer die ganze Bahn voll, das heißt, ich kann nie sitzen. Aber da ich so klein bin, kann ich immer auf die ganzen Bildschirme der Handys gucken, die vor mir sitzen. Und da hat auch ein Typ Brooklyn 99 geguckt. Das fand ich auch ganz lustig. Da habe ich ein bisschen mitgeguckt. Ich kannte zwar die Folge nicht, keine Ahnung, ich habe ja auch keinen Ton gehabt, aber war wenigstens nicht so langweilig.
Aber wie gesagt, es gibt aktuell 7.
Ja, ich kann mich auch nicht mehr an was erinnern, aber ich konnte halt die Charaktere erkennen.
Ja. Peralta. Captain Holt. I like it. Was haben wir hier? Defense, Persuade, Hack, Handed Melee, Back to Zap, Whisper Quiet Muzzler. Reparieren, ja. Akzeptieren wir das doch mal. So viel. Modified. Modified. Durch das mal jetzt hier. Whispered Quiet Muzzler drauf. Dann mache ich... Oh nein. Back to Ray. Und als Scope kann ich einen Super Scoper drauf haben. Süß. The Pit, okay. Sneaky, sneaky, shooty, shoot. Nicht so laut.
Entschuldigung.
Ja, alles tot hier. Ups. Würde ich sagen, wenn es mir leid tun würde.
Kann dir überhaupt was leid tun?
Ja, ja, ja.
Bist du in der Lage, sowas zu empfinden?
Was möchtest du mir damit sagen?
Dass ich dich ganz doll lieb hab.
Mhm. Natürlich hast du das.
Natürlich, was unterstellst du mir denn jetzt?
Mhm. Danke für dein Follow. Oh. Ein bisschen Money. Bisschen Money. Part 1. Die ist der drinne. Anti-UDLA. Okay, in Part 2. 2 wird bestimmt lustig. Mal gucken, was ich jetzt hier wieder abknalle. Ich mag es, sie wegzusnipern.
Du bist ja auch der geborene Sniper.
Leute sind da deutlich besser dran. Games. Hast du dir das Video angeguckt, was Martin rumgeschickt hat?
Nee. Lohnt sich?
Nicht wirklich.
Okay.
Also, Quintessenz des Ganzen ist halt so, ja, 240er Monitor ist ja schick, aber tatsächlich hängt das alles komplett an deinen eigenen Fähigkeiten.
Okay.
Also die Schussgruppen, die sie hatten, waren relativ konsistent. Und so, da waren sie dann halt so, ja, du jetzt 240 oder 60 hast, hat jetzt nicht so den riesen Unterschied gemacht. Und du hast natürlich trotzdem immer den Punkt, damit du das richtig nutzen kannst, brauchst du ein Equipment, was das halt auch wirklich nutzen kann, ne? Die haben das halt mit Counter-Strike gemacht. Haben einen Versuchsaufbau gemacht, den man als fast professionell sehen könnte. Die haben quasi einen privaten Server aufgemacht, haben dann 2 fixe Positionen gehabt und der eine ist dann halt von A nach B gelaufen. Und zwar nur vorwärts gelaufen. So, und der andere stand an einer anderen Position mit einem Gewehr mit Optik und hat dann quasi den Auftrag gehabt, den zu erschießen. Und das war schon sehr interessant zu sehen. Aber war halt auch komplett klar, bei dem Test raus, die Schussgruppen, die sie gemacht haben, waren relativ identisch. Und auch die Reaktionszeiten waren relativ identisch. Also wir reden hier von Reaktionszeiten so um die 250 Millisekunden.
Okay.
So. Ne, und das ist halt nicht so wirklich viel oder nichts, wo du viel dran ändern kannst, ne? Weil das ist nun mal leider ganz hart die Reaktionszeit, die du als Mensch nun mal hast. Ne? Und die Leute, die halt eine reduzierte Reaktionszeit gehabt haben, da haben sie dann im Gespräch festgestellt, dass der eine sagte so, sag mal, also ich schieße, sobald ich anfange, einen Teil vom Gegner zu sehen, versuche ich schon zu schießen. Und der andere sagte, ach guck mal, und ich spiele immer Sniper in Games. Für mich geht es darum, ich will ihn komplett sehen und dann versuche ich zu schießen. So, und damit hat sich dann schon mal von Haus aus so eine Differenz in den Reaktionszeiten gezeigt. So, und dann hast du halt den Punkt, wo du sagst, okay. Quintessenz ist schick, um sich's anzuschauen, ist aber nichts, wo man jetzt sagen würde, so, boah, geil. Wie gesagt, es gibt halt nur mal ziemlich klare Reaktionszeit, die das menschliche Gehirn einfach braucht, um reagieren zu können, auf was auch immer.
Really doing this, huh? Hope you're right about this, Captain.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon. Idiot! I'm not the one marching to my death in a maximum security prison. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck. No call for... You. Unbelievable bastard. Sophia should be the one wasting her time with you, but you killed her. I'll have you hanged, quartered, bankrupted. I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the executioner myself. Is that sarcasm? Do you know what I do to people who employ the lowest, most base form of humor? I fire them. Alas, as you are woefully unemployed, I'll have to do the next best thing and have you killed. In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
Mal gucken.
Absolutely not. Akande was always the sociable one, not me.
Okay, links oder rechts ist egal. Jo. Ram. Und bam. hab ihn erschossen. Oh, mein Hacking Skill is too slow. Too low. Fuck, ey. Ich hab ihn umgelegt. Und jetzt geht's da oben rein. Ich sehe das nicht mal Kunstblumen, sondern echte Blumen.
Get me out of here! You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh?
Natürlich. Digga, was ist dein Problem? Ich mach die alle weg.
Ich mach die alle weg.
There's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entire. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? You won't hear a word of disagreement from me. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves. But I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
Natürlich.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in
Was ist jetzt das
Halcyon
Ende?
was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together, and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Left unchecked, the war on Monarch consumed both MSI and the Iconoclasts. And when the sulfur clouds settled, only stragglers from both factions remained. Some found their way to Sublight, some to Terra 2, and some lived their final years
Komm
fighting
immer
for
noch nicht
food
drauf
in the
klar, dass du
wilderness.
ein fucking
In the
Reh
end,
bestellt hast.
Only the beasts remained. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs.
Some even had to
It
get
was
jobs.
a dark time indeed.
Schon hart.
Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart.
Oh.
As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail.
Ach, die hätte ich noch mitnehmen können, aber der habe ich gesagt, auf die habe ich keinen Bock.
Travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. You administered the colony in your own image. With the old power of the board destroyed, a new government of Halcyon rose with you at its center. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years that were to follow, and helped ensure the survival of the colony until the end of your days. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Wupp, wupp. Das war's. Den ersten Run habe ich durch. Ja.
Krass.
Oh, und man merkt aber so hardcore, dass Obsidian da das gebaut hat. Der ganze Stil, auch der Schluss jetzt, ist so knallhart, auch Vega-Style gewesen.
Echt?
Ne? Also. Ist schon super cool. Und natürlich. Ja, ich fand es tatsächlich sehr, sehr geil. Ich werde es definitiv auch noch ein zweites Mal spielen.
Ja?
Ja. Ich habe noch 2 Companions quasi nicht mitgenommen. Oder eigentlich, ja doch.
Gesundheit.
Danke. Ja, einen davon, das war halt die Jägerin. Aber ich habe noch ein Dings da frei gehabt. Das heißt, da muss es noch irgendwo einen weiteren Companion gegeben haben. Ne? Ja?
Du wurdest gefragt, wie lang deine Spielzeit war.
Das ist eine gute Frage. Wie lange spiele ich jetzt schon? Vor eine Woche, oder? Und dann immer so ein paar Stunden.
Die Streams einfach zusammen. ist, glaube ich, einfacher.
Eine gute Frage. Aber hallo, Pepperoni. Wenn du überhaupt noch im Stream bist. Ja, zumindest wird es mir noch angezeigt. In der Liste.
Das ist gerade ja auch mal eine Minute her.
Ja, manchmal hast du Leute, die stellen eine Frage, der Streamer reagiert nicht instant und dann sind sie sofort wieder weg.
Echt?
Ja. Es gab sogar eine Hochzeit und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Babys. Und ein paar Tote dabei. Na super.
Ja, muss ja für Nachschub sorgen.
Und eine Tabletop-Dings da machen sie geil. Die haben eine Rollenspielgruppe am Start gehabt. Sehr geil. Oh, wenn ich das sehe, würde ich auch wieder zurück ins Gaming gehen wollen.
Mach das doch.
Nee, auf gar keinen Fall. Falls du dich jetzt fragen solltest, warum ich jetzt den langweiligen Abspann durchlaufen lasse, muss ich sagen, ich habe früher mal in der Gaming-Branche gearbeitet und ich finde das einfach nur fair, den Leuten, die sich den Arsch aufgerissen haben, um ein solches geiles Produkt auf den Markt zu bringen, auch jetzt die Möglichkeit oder die Plattform zu bieten, dass sich das bis zu Ende anzuschauen.
Mir musst du das nicht erzählen, ich weiß das doch.
Ja, aber ich habe ja Leute im Stream, die dazu gucken.
Pepperoni ist noch da, oder war das
Genau.
Pepperoni, ja.
Das ist Pepperoni.
Ja, Pepperoni.
Nein, das ist Pepperoni. Da fehlt nur ein Unterstrich zwischen. Take-Two Interactive. Drei Private Division Babys gab es dabei.
Was heißt?
Das sind Babys, die während der Zeit des Games oder der Produktion entstanden sind und auch geboren.
Entstanden?
Ja. Muss ich dir erklären, wie man Babys macht?
Nein, deswegen versuche ich gerade den... Aber du könntest es mir schon mal erklären.
Okay, pass auf. Wenn zwei Blumen sich super lieb haben, ne? Dann rufen sie sich ein Bienchen.
Das ergibt in der Menschenwelt gar keinen Sinn.
Ne, gibt's immer mal wieder. Dass du halt, dass sich Leute kennenlernen, lieben lernen und dann
Baby machen. So
Baby machen.
Normale Verlauf, alles klar.
Genau. So. Und die Hochzeit ist allerdings neu. Das habe ich vorher auch noch nicht gelesen gehabt. Das bedeutet ja im Umkehrschluss, dass zwei Leute aus dem Team sich kennen und lieben gelernt haben und dann quasi da eine Hochzeit draus gemacht haben.
Aber dann eine ziemlich schnelle Hochzeit, oder? So ein Projekt geht ja eigentlich nicht so 10 Jahre oder so.
Ja, aber je nachdem kann das schon mal 3 bis 4 Jahre gehen, ne?
Trotzdem.
Also mittlerweile kannst du von einem AAA-Titel kannst du eine Mindestzeit von 18 Monaten ausgehen. Mindestzeit von 18 Monaten. Eher so Richtung 24. Das sind schon mal 2 Jahre. Und wenn man sich vorher halt auch schon kannte, ne?
Ja. Muss jeder selber wissen.
Eine harte Aussage hier. Schon. Das Budapest Art Orchestra haben das gemacht. Und die Unreal Engine. Powered by YYs. Face FX. Ja, ob das Gesicht so geil gewesen ist, könnte man drüber sprechen.
Ganz schon okay.
Ja. That's it. Das war das Game. So, und ich werde auch jetzt tatsächlich diese Zeit nutzen, um zu breaken, hier was zu essen zu machen und dann entweder ein wenig Koop zu spielen. Immer noch Division 2 am Start oder Borderlands 3. Oder wie angekündigt, dann vielleicht abends in die Moons of Madness abzusteigen. Horror und so. Pepperoni ist immer noch da. Wenn du Lust hast, später wieder vorbeizuschauen, lass mir gerne ein Follow da. Ja. Man sieht sich. Hoffe ich.
Stimmt. Bin öfter hier.
In diesem Sinne, bis später. Sag Tschüss, Streamchat.
So, tschüss, Streamchat.
Brav.